All right, we're going to go ahead and find the slope. Given a graph in this one, but this is our introduction to slope. So just so we know, so slope is something we should all be familiar with. And it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's typically what we think about. Now, what I want you to realize, I picked this graph for a reason, or this picture for a reason. And the reason is I like that they're using this delta y and delta x. So slope is actually, as we always say, rise over run. Don't forget about that. It's the rise over the run. Well, what does that mean? So rise over run, I didn't like the way I wrote it right now. So rise over run means the change in y over the change in x. So the delta just means change. So what is the change in y? Well, that's the displacement in the y values. So we have y2 minus y1. That's the vertical distance from here to here. That total length there would be taking this total length. Y2 is this length here. And then if we cut away this piece, which is the subtracting the y1, we'll be left with our length here. So it gives us that rise, that vertical distance. Same idea with the x values. You take this x value minus this one, and it will give you that horizontal distance. So let's go ahead and do this with the graph. Really simple. But what you're going to do is find a point. You want to find in like one of the corners of these boxes. So right here, and the next one right here. The rise is up 1 and over 3. So this would have a slope of 1 over 3. Now notice it's positive because it's going up. If you go up, it's a positive direction. Right is a positive direction. So we're going positive over positive. It's positive 1 over 3. But notice if I start from the left, and as I trace this going to the right, it is going up. Just like right here, if you look at this example, as I start on the left side of the graph, so if I start on the left side right here, and I trace it going to the right, it's going up. Right, here's a point. We'll just go through this one real quick. And the next point I found up here. So it's going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went up 7, so that's a positive direction. And we go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, which is also a positive direction. So 7 over 4. Let's take a look at some negative graphs. So here's a point there. There's another point there. So I'm going down 1. And to the right 2. So down 1's a negative direction, right is a positive direction, but a negative over a positive is negative. And notice our graph, if we trace it from left to right, is going down. Same thing with this one. It's going down 3 and to the right 1. So down is a negative direction and then right 1. So that's negative 3 over 1. Which is negative 3. Overall, it's negative because it's negative over positive. And you can also see the graph is going down. Now, what if you get it backwards? Some people ask, what if I start here and I'm going up 3 and to the left 1? Well, think about that. Up was a positive direction. Left was a negative direction. Still ends up giving you negative 3 as your answer. So it still ends up being the same thing. So either way you think about it, just keep track. Am I doing a positive or negative direction?